Welcome back to week number 3, year number 13 of the Cascade Valley Coyotes. Now this week we have a big game against the University of Florida, and honestly, this is not the Gators of the past. There is no Tim Tebow, Percy Harvin, Carlos Dunlap, all those guys. This is a team that is kind of rebuilding. They're 0-2 in the year. We are coming off some of the best football we've ever played in Cascade Valley history, and even though this is the SEC, Florida just ain't quite the same. Now, we do have a couple of guys visiting this week, Rashad Miller and Corey Loads. Let's talk about both of them really quickly. Rashad Miller is the guy that we actually had on our recruiting board. We then took him off our recruiting board, and then because some people in my chat kind of convinced me, we decided to put him back on. Now, he's an 87 overall running back, but my biggest issue with him is that he's 85 speed and 86 acceleration, which means that he is lay slow, as the French say. Could he be maybe a guy that works out for us at some point? Yes. Is he probably gonna be more of a power back, kind of like Roderick Johnson? Probably, yeah. But if we can get him in the offseason to train up that speed and be a little bit faster, this dude could be a demon. Now, we are looking at another running back in Robert Staley, maybe the son of Deuce Staley. Who never knows at this point. But 92 speed, 86 acceleration. What I've found is that pretty much every running back in this recruiting class is kind of not very fast. We're also looking at a couple of quarterback potential opportunities here. Cody Wells is a 92 guy. Not super fast, but faster than what we got right now. Great power on his throws, great accuracy on his throws. We're looking at Manny Barrett. Obviously a little bit slower, more like Taylor Reed. Pretty good throw power, pretty good throw accuracy. Again, none of these guys are expected to be the next Taylor Reed or even be better than him or to take his starting job. They're kind of more depth than anything, but Cody Wells could be an interesting one if Reed does leave after his junior year. I'm also pretty hyped to announce that we got Flynn Funk, the 6'2" wide receiver, should be an absolute stud for us, and Eddie Hollier, a 6'5", 260-pound grown man who'll be playing defensive line for us next season. I'm excited to see these guys. You add in with them Jordan Jones Jr., Eris Lattimore, Nick Bornan, Kevin Kalora, Devontae Williams, our punter. I like how our recruiting class is shaping up. From a Heisman standpoint, Zach Luce is still the #1 guy on the board. He had a pretty good week last week with 273 yards, a touchdown, 43 yards rushing, but honestly, nothing crazy to me. And they lost the game, so I can't imagine he'll be at the top very long. Harrison Gabenda played pretty well, 117 in the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns. Tyrell Brown holds his spot at #3, but two new members actually joined the board this week. Taylor Reed threw for 462 yards, 7 total touchdowns. Nauta from Cameron Nauta out of SMU goes up there as well with a 200-yard performance and 4 total touchdowns, but they played against an FCS team. Really, this is interesting. We haven't had 2 guys on the board like this since Warren Fullwood and Tyrell Brown did it during Brown's freshman year. And then from a top 25 standpoint, we feel really good about where we are. Still the #1 team, still 33 votes. USC ends up being #2 now because they beat the team up North Michigan, dropping Michigan down to #9. USC now has 27 votes. Alabama still has a single vote, probably from an Alabama booster, if I had to imagine. But I like where we are right now. We are sitting in a very good spot. We are in the driver's seat. And again, a new conference with a lot of really talented teams. We just got to make sure we do what we do best. Win some football games out there. And also shout out to our guy, Taylor Reed. Player of the week across the entire NCAA. Absolutely balled out. You love to see it. It feels good to be back at home in yet another week, but we got to know that at some point soon we're going to be having some away games, and Tyrell Brown nearly goes to the house in the very first carry of the game. There's been a lot of conversation about Tyrell Brown, of what happens to him after this season. Does he go to the NFL? Does he stay for one more year? There's a lot really to figure out for him. He stays here in shotgun though. This time we're going to go ahead and pass it. Nice little ball underneath. Jay Bohm has it and then drops it for the first attempt of the game. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Reed rolling out a little bit, sees a guy, plants his feet, throws a dot, and Michael Isaacs hauls that one in for 18. The difference in Taylor Reed when he sets his feet versus when he's throwing on the run is just unbelievable. This man cannot really throw on the run, but when it comes to actually throwing the football with his feet set, he's the best in the business. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Nice little curl route here. Jay Bohm getting a little confused, but he does get 13 on his first catch of the game. Brown and Reed in the backfield looking for another run. Brown has been great so far today, and he continues that stretch with another 12-yard run up the middle. Bohm slides in motion, coming behind McBride. Reed tries to run away from this one, cannot get anywhere, and gets brought down for a loss of 6. Brown slides in motion here. Reed sees a guy, throws it. It's Jeremiah Butler falling down at the goal line, which should have been a touchdown. So a 3rd down and inches, knowing they need to get into the end zone. Tyrell Brown's going to stay in the game, and that carry's going to give him his first rushing touchdown of the afternoon. The Heisman race continues between 2 guys in Cascade Valley. After a 7-yard punt return by our guy, Jay Bohm, this ball is back in Cascade Valley's hands, looking for something sweet here. Tyrell Brown getting yet another 1st down. He has been unbelievable today. There's so much conversation about Cascade Valley and what this team would ultimately be this year moving to the SEC, but so far they have looked more of the same, and probably some of the best football they've ever played has been happening this year. They played Ole Miss to start the year. They shredded them. They've been dominating every opponent after every opponent, and we'll see what happens after this one. But right now, Florida's not looking too good against them. 2nd and 5 again. Reed looks to dump one off here. Isaacs is going to grab that one, but honestly, it probably should have been an incomplete pass because they lose yardage on it. So big 37 because of that loss of yards here. A nice ball thrown. Jay Bohm hauls it in, but drops it another. We've seen that happen a couple of times already. Bohm is getting hit really hard across the middle. So Reed goes under center here. Cascade Valley looking to get a conversion. Throws one. Butler's going to catch that one. It was nearly intercepted, but Butler is going to hold that one in. A 50-50 ball that luckily went Cascade Valley's way. Back inside the red zone here again. That could have changed the tide of this game. Could have been 7 for Florida just like that. And Tyrell Brown continues to push forward with a 6-yard run. Reed again makes a quick adjustment here. Doesn't like what he's seeing. Reed is going to try to keep on it, and Taylor Reed. It's a Heisman race between 2 players on this team right now. I got to imagine if somebody wins the Heisman this year, it's going to be in Cascade Valley. Cascade Valley again loading the box. They know they got to get some pressure on this young quarterback. Gouch has all day, and Darren Poe is going to bring him down. 4th and goal. What a hit by Darren Poe of Cascade Valley. So Florida honestly had a great drive moving down the field, getting pretty much what they wanted at will. But at the end of the first quarter, they're going to line up here to kick a field goal. This one is up. This one is good, and they're going to cut the lead to 11. What a drive, but what a stop by Cascade Valley. And Kentucky, kind of a dicey situation against Louisville right now. Their rivals are holding them steady. So Cascade Valley back with the ball here, looking to get some more damage done on offense. And Tyrell Brown gets lit up, but he is running so well. He's already up to 74 rushing yards in the first half. Derek Johnson's going to move over to the left-hand side here, looking to be a lead blocker. Brown trying to find some room here, and he gets just enough for that first down. Reed sees something, quickly to make an adjustment, hits him with a play action. He's got a guy deep. He throws one 50,000 yards short, and we are lucky that it's not picked off. It's one of those tough plays where you have a guy wide open, but he just doesn't have the legs to really get out there and get it to him. But here he sees him again. He's going back to Bowman. Jay Bohm over the top of the defense is in the end zone and celebrating. Florida stacking the line here. Looks like a blitz is coming. Reed sees it. Throws a tight dot, but Pierre is going to pick that one off. What an interception. The first one we've seen from Reed in a minute. CVU loading the box. They go with the run of Daniels again. We got guys there, and Keyshawn Anderson brings him down at the line of scrimmage and says, you ain't going nowhere. So for the second time today, Florida's going to line up for a field goal attempt here. This one pretty much straight down the middle. This should be good enough. It is. They're going to cut the lead to 15, but this is obviously not what they were looking for. That's a ball you trust Reed to throw every single time, knowing that he can make it. It's just, again, if the defense makes a crazy play, there's nothing you can do about it, and what a play. First and goal now, Florida feeling it right now. They got an opportunity, they throw one, they test Desmond Simmons, and they tested the wrong one. Simmons is going to pick that one off, inching closer to that record. Both defenses are stepping up right now, but man, you talk about Desmond Simmons, he wants that record. He knows that Hemp Hill is an absolute legend on this campus. They have probably a statue built to that man, but Simmons says, hold on a second, I might have that one too. Reed just has to focus right now on not turning the football over. It's been his biggest issue right now. He sees a guy deep down the field. It's going to be Michael Isaacs, and Isaacs clears that one for 39 yards. There's a lot of questions about maybe Taylor Reed let the Heisman, vote kind of go to his head right now. Being considered for the Heisman, is he just feeling like maybe he's a little better than he is? He's got to lock in. Reed staying steady with the play action. Doesn't really like what he's seeing here. He's rolling out, has nobody, and he has to get rid of that one. Big third down conversion opportunity here. 8 yards to go. He throws one, and that is risky, and Bohm is going to catch it. Are you kidding me? The first half is winding down. This has been absolutely a crazy one, but we did not expect to see, shout out Nelly, a little tip drill out here. Shannon Hicks, who got a great game last week, is going to be involved this week with his first grab. Back to Tyrell Brown, trying to find a gap here. Brown's going to fight for 4 yards. Solid run again. Derek Johnson getting his opportunity for a run here. Not much room to go for him, and not great vision on that either. It's under a minute and a half to go. Brown comes back in the game. They dial up a little halfback screen here. He's going to break the tackle, and I think he's going to be shy, but McMervin might be going for this one. With how this game is going, knowing that we can absolutely put them away, we're going with the run. Might have been a face mask on that, but we're going to go ahead and get that one converted. Kellen slides over here into the backfield. Tyrell Brown looking to get something, and they say he's down at the 1 yard line. We're going to use our first timeout. Reed and Brown here in the goal line. Second and goal, knowing they got an opportunity to get him back in the end zone yet again. Another 1 yard touchdown run. Not crazy impressive, but it's effective. Bohm was ridiculed so much for this season of just not having any swag, but now that he has some swag, he's playing kind of like he's got a little bit. Reed out here trying to not make another turnover happen. He's rolling. Throwing it off his other foot, and he's going to find Bohm for a big first down. Reed stays here with another handoff to Tyrell Brown. Brown just looking for some blockers here. Brown has got some blockers. Can he make something happen? He's going to get inside the 15 with a 23-yarder. All this team heard the entire offseason moving to the SEC is that they just aren't ready. This SEC defense is going to be different. They can't run against the SEC. They won't be ready for him. But Tyrell Brown does not care. He's in the end zone again. Doesn't seem to be good right now. They go with the run to the outside, but our guys are all over it, and Daniels goes nowhere but a loss. I give credit to Florida for moving the ball down the field. They've been in the red zone. They've been inside the 10, inside the 5 multiple times today, but they're going to lead for the 3rd time out of the red zone with just a field goal. That's got to be disheartening. The starter still in the game is technically still feasible for Florida, but we're trying to put it away. Brown lining up at quarterback. We haven't seen this too much in recent years, but he's trying to get out to the edge. He breaks the tackle, but good Lord, Florida was ready for that. So Reed knows he's got to try to get a conversion here. Not a lot to really work with, but he sees this guy, and Isaacs went up and mossed him. Dawson moving over a little bit. Brown trying to get out to the edge, but again, only a yard is able to be found. Third quarter is winding down. We're just trying to make sure we get out of here with this lead still intact, and Taylor Reed is going to get hit. Luckily, we have a guy pick that one up, but Florida's feeling a little too good despite being down major. So 3rd down and 22 is not exactly where you expect to see your offense out here, but it is what it is at this point. We've got to try to find a way to convert this one somehow, some way. Reed's going to throw a dot here to Jeremiah Butler, and this might be go for it on 4th down territory for Coach McMervin. The 2 interceptions obviously hindering on hurting what, has been otherwise a great game for Taylor Reed, but he knows he needs to get back in the end zone today. Only 1 touchdown against this defense. He's got to do better. Tyrell Brown's last 2 carries have kind of been for chunky yardage, and here again, it's going to be a loss. 2nd and 11. Another guy open here. It's going to be Carnell Killens, and Carnell Killens having an unbelievable start to this season. Florida back here just trying to make it respectable at this point, and they throw one only where a Cascade Valley player can catch it out of bounds. 2nd down for them. Feels the pressure, and Donnell Gamblin delivering the pain. 5 yards to go here. They go for a screen. We got a couple of guys there. Donnell Gamblin being the only one available, but he's not able to get Warren until he gets 8. Allen again finding his rhythm right now. He's looked a lot better this quarter, I guess, than he was in the previous portion of the game, as Odiari brings down Daniels. Trying to get some pressure on this young quarterback, though, as he continues to throw across the middle to his halfback, but he only has 86 yards passing on the afternoon. And really, at this point, we're just trying to get some turnovers for us. We're trying to make sure this team does not feel good at all, and trying to show everybody that we should be the unanimous #1 team in the nation. But here they go, 3rd down and 10. They're about 3 for 10 in the afternoon for 3rd down conversions. Allen's going to get one here, though, as he finds his guy, Olochoa, for 12. Back in shotgun again. Nice little dump down pass, but Lanier is there to clean it up after Gallimore catches it. 2nd and 6 to go. The pressure is there. Allen doesn't see it, though, and Wilson brings down Gallimore again with the back-to-back catches. 3rd down, 2 yards to go. They throw one, and that one is going to be erratic. Nowhere close to the receiver, ultimately. They're going to find themselves here on a 4th down and 2, looking to get a conversion. They go with the run, and this one might actually go to the house here. Gamblin's going to try to bring him down, and they do it the 5, but what a run and play call by Florida. Florida feeling good. They got an opportunity for the first touchdown of the afternoon, and it looks like it won't be on this play. Our guys trying to lock in here. They go with the run the middle. A huge stutter step by Warren nearly gets him decapitated. Our guys just trying to lock in here on 3rd and goal. They go with the run, and no one is there to touch Daniels. He gets finally in the end zone for Florida. And they'll have a moral victory. With 3:35 left in the clock, honestly, right now, we're just focused on trying to get some of our guys involved and stat pad a little bit. 2nd and 4. Reed taking his time, trying to stretch the play a little bit, doesn't like what he sees, and ultimately gets sacked for a loss of 4. A lot of teams are aware that Coach Mervin McMervin has the strategy of, if you don't want us to score, then don't let us score. And he is out here trying to run up the score yet again, because it's what he does. Tyrell Brown in the open field again. 13 yards later, we're here for another first. Derek Johnson getting a chance for a carry, but not much for him to go with there. Jeremiah Butler going to slide over into the backfield. Little play action fake here. An absolute dot and a one-handed catch. Are you kidding me? Recapping the stats, Taylor Reed, 19 for 26, 394, 3 touchdowns. That's great. And then the 2 interceptions, obviously, early on, we just think were superhuman plays. One of them was a 45-inch vertical. One of them was just a great jump by Pierre, the defensive back. But still, Reed, we'll take how he played today. Tyrell Brown had a whole lot of carries today, 25 for 135 and 3 touchdowns. If you wondered if he could be a feature back, well, he showed you he absolutely can be. Shout out to Taylor Reed. A ridiculous little run that went 5 yards. They got him in the end zone. We're here for it. On the receiving side, Michael Isaacs led us today, 5 for 112 and a tutty. Jay Bohm, 5 for 129 and a tutty. We also see that our guy Carnell Killens gets in the end zone. Only one grab, but it was an important one. He got him a touchdown as well. Jeremiah Butler and the rest of the guys played well. We didn't spread the ball around as much because we ran it so much today, but still, this offense it's definitely clicking. And then from a defensive standpoint, Parker Heinrich is coming right around. This dude, 6'5", 230, is playing incredible. 7 tackles for him. Didn't really get in the backfield a ton, but was controlling what he needed to across the middle of the field. From a sack perspective, we had 2 from Jaron Poe, a man-child. He's a sophomore, 97 overall. He's different. Then interceptions, we only had 1 by Desmond Simmons, but again, he's creeping ever so closely to that all-time record at Cascade Valley. Hemphill might have had the record for a long time, but Simmons, he might be the guy that takes it from him. We will keep the pressure on. I don't care who we play next. If this team is playing as well as they are right now, it don't matter who they put in front of us. They ain't beating Cascade Valley. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.